Welcome to 10 Minutes, everybody. Go Bills. So, tonight, after the Bills game, Kim and I were working on our budget. She's going to be maybe making the leap to be a stay at home mom or finding a new job. So, as we go through that process, I just wanted to kind of talk about budgets. And I have a little Excel sheet where we put all of our expenses, all of our income, and figure it all out. And it's important to do it. Very few people actually budget and pay attention to their monthly expenses and income. But it really comes down to that's a huge part of your happiness. So as we go through what we're doing right now, so we have, multiple streams of income. I have a full-time job with enlightenment companies. We can choose to live a lifestyle where she can be a stay-at-home mom with our three little boys, and Alex, gets home pretty early from school. So, we go through the numbers and figure out what does it look like? What kind of lifestyle changes do we have to make? Because it's definitely a lifestyle change to go from a dual income household to a single income household. And, so it's super important to do that stuff as you go through life and set your, your boundaries, your financial boundary of as low as you'll go. And then basically your time boundary. Where do you want to spend your time? What do you want to do? So, for us, it's like there's a certain threshold that doesn't even make sense for her to work for because daycare is so expensive and things like that, right? It's about $22,000 a year for maybe $24,000 a year for two kids in daycare for us. So, as we, go through and weigh the options, a budget is a very powerful tool to help us understand what we want to make for a decision because we can say, all right, well, these are the things we will not be doing anymore in life, but you'll have a lot more time. You'll be able to be around our kids, things like that. But then it's also like, okay, what if you were going to continue to work? What's that threshold? What do you actually have to make? That helps you narrow down your search and not settle or just rush to a job. So many people figure out how to just find a job or to do something. Maybe it's figure out what you want for a financial threshold of your lowest pay or to set yourself up for a certain lifestyle, and then figure out either if you can just go get something for that you'll enjoy doing, because the number one thing you need to do is love what you do, because you'll be great at it. If you hate what you do, you won't be good at it. But so it's like, okay, well, if you say, hey, I need to make $60,000 or more, well, you can very easily go through all the options of, or considerable amount of options of what jobs are out there that'll pay $60,000. And then you can say, okay, well, what are the qualifications for them? Do you actually have to have some type of schooling? Do you have to have some type of certification? Do you have to have a certain amount of experience? But if you aren't stepping back and looking at it like that and actually saying, well, hey, this is what I want to make because this is the lifestyle I want to have, and then actually taking charge to get to that lifestyle, you'll never be there. And, most of us have plenty of time left. I mean, there's people that reinvent themselves at 60, 70 years old and completely change themselves and who they are. So it's never too late to step back, figure out what you want to do in life, figure out what you want for a financial budget, figure out what you want for a time budget, because they're both real. They're both super important. Where you spend your time is almost more important than how much money you make. But if you have, a want for a lot of material things, or have a really expensive habit of, I don't know, racing cars or doing something silly that costs a lot of money, then you have to figure out how to sustain that with a job that pays a lot of money or investments or whatever. So, luckily, we're in a position where we actually have a choice to do either way. Obviously, going down to a single income family with, some passive income completely changes our lifestyle, but it's absolutely not going to make our life horrible. But then if my wife went and found a job that she hated just so that we could sustain our lifestyle, I think that would be a huge mistake. So, it's not going to rush into anything, but we definitely are doing a good job stepping back, looking at all the data, putting a real budget together. So if you made it to this portion of the video and you're interested in, my template and how we do budgeting, and you don't actually do budgeting, feel free to send me a message. I'll gladly share my template with you that we use. It's pretty simple stuff, but at the same time, most people don't do it. And it's super important when you're making your decisions. When you're making a job decision, are you going to like it? Are you going to enjoy going there every day? Is it going to make the money so that you can have the lifestyle that you actually want? Because we go to work so that we can enjoy our life. We don't go to work just so that we can live. So we got to figure out how to get that to where we feel like we're really enjoying our life, not just getting by and living. But that's it for tonight. Hope everybody has a good night. Go Bills, we won it. And we'll see you tomorrow, Monday. Hope everybody's ready. Later.